back to Flex Candle, where we read the candles and flex the moves. I'm Flex, and today we're diving into a full top-down analysis on Bitcoin. We're going to start from the higher time frames, work our way down to the lower time frames, and check to see if we find any good setups. Now remember, this is not financial advice, and I'm not a financial advisor. Alright guys, it's currently about 3:30 p.m. Eastern time. The price of Bitcoin is currently at 108,015, and we're starting off here with the 2-week chart. This closes in 1 day and 5 hours, so tomorrow this closes, and right now we're getting a bearish divergence on the stochastic RSI here. We do have a green engulfing candle, which isn't bad. It kind of looks like we're flagging right here. If I put on the patterns, you can see we're in a perfect flag, and this flag breaks us up to about 135k. Now the 21 moving average is at 92,569. What I'm not liking is that the stochastics does have this bearish divergence, and we're kind of curving over here. Of course, if things get bullish, we could just continue going up, but right now that little curve I'm not liking. We head over to the weekly chart, which also closes tomorrow. The 21 moving average is at 95,605. We're not too crazy far away from it. It's looking good. We had this previous bearish divergence, and we are topping on the stochastics. We look to continue coming down. Maybe we kind of get a curve. I'm seeing a little bit of a curve. It's too early to tell, and we still don't know what's going to happen with this indecisive candle. We have to wait until tomorrow. Right now, you know, it's above, so it doesn't look too bad, but anything could happen from here to tomorrow. Now on the other charts, on the 6th day, you see that the stochastic is starting to curve a little bit, so that's looking bullish to me. On the 4th day, we're also on the way up. We're above the 21. That's bullish. The 3-day is going up. I'm starting to see a little curvature down. It's still a little bit too early. This candle closes today, and currently is not looking too bullish. What's bullish is that we are above the 21, but it's currently red. The RSI is pointing down here. Now on the 2-day, this little hook here on the way down, I'm not liking that. This also closes in about 4 hours and a half. We currently have a red candle. As long as we can stay above the 21 moving average, I would say we're bullish, but this could definitely drop us down here. On the daily chart, something that is bullish to me is that finally this 100 moving average did cross the 200 moving average, so we have everything in order. We just have to get this 21 moving average back above the 50 moving average, so everything could be in order. The 21, the 50, the 80, the 100, and then the 200. That's a bullish sign. We are currently above the 21 moving average. We've been holding this for approximately like 8 or 9 days. That's also bullish. And currently, yesterday we closed a red engulfing candle. Right now we kind of have a green one. It's kind of low, so we have to see how we end. We were kind of curving up. Now I'm starting to see a curvature down. As long as we could stay above the 15 to 21, it's going to be bullish. If we were to break this, then we would have some type of support here on the 80 moving average, which is at 102,512. So hopefully we don't get to see that. 22-hour chart, again, bearish divergence on the stochastics. We're starting to roll down, and we're trying to stay above the 21 moving average here. 12-hour is toppy on the stochastic. 10-hour is toppy. The 8-hour is also toppy. We're falling down. I'm seeing a curve here. We are barely above the 21 moving average. This is kind of looking to me like a bear flag, so we have to look out for that. 6-hour, we're on the way down as well. On the 4-hour chart, we lost the 21 moving average, so our next line of support is going to be the 80 at 106,797. And of course, if we lose the 200, which is at 106,072, things start to get a little bit ugly, a little bit bearish. We were low on the stochastic. We couldn't make it up. We're starting to curve over here, so it's possible that we might drop down either to the 80, the 100, or the 200 here. Hopefully we do get some support. Now yesterday I left you guys with this pattern. Now it's getting a little cluttered here. We already know. Let's go over this. I have this main flag here that breaks us up to the 135. That's what I was showing you guys on the weekly chart. Then I have this smaller flag here from the other day that would break us up to about 111,000. We got close. We got up to 110,500. We didn't do the full measured move. And then I have this other flag that I've been holding on to in the 15-minute that we kind of lost a little bit so far, and that one's supposed to take us close to like 112k. Now this complex inverted shoulder on the 4-hour would take us to about 117,775 around there. So that's what kind of looks like to me is happening here. Some type of inverted head and shoulder. We're currently making the right shoulder now. Now as long as we don't go below this head, this right shoulder would still be valid, but if it starts dragging and it gets very long, then obviously that's probably going to look a little bit funny and invalidated. Right now we're holding on to it. We're still within this shoulder that I drew, so let's see what's up happening with that. But again, I am seeing some type of a bear flag here. If we head over, let's see, to the 1-hour chart, the stochastic stochastics are on the way down. We lost a 21. We're barely above the 200, which is at 107,805. So let me go over to this other chart here, and if I put on the patterns with this bear flag, as you can see, this bear flag would basically take us to the 200 moving average or below. The measure move currently is to 105,388. So a lot of signals are pointing to us coming down to about 105,000 for support. We have to see what ends up happening there. On the 15-minute chart, the stochastics are on the way up, but we lost a 21 moving average here and the 200. So the only thing holding us up right now is a 200 moving average on the 1 hour, which is at 107,800. If we lose that, I do see this bear flag playing out again, or close to 105k. So overall, guys, again, we're still playing in this range. Again, you have to realize it's the summer. We just had July 4th here yesterday, which was a holiday in the United States. It's Saturday, so I don't expect any major movement happening until next week. Let's see what ends up happening. If we do go down, I expect this to have some type of support at 105. If we go up, I could expect us touching 110 again and still ranging until we don't really break that 112. I can't be super confident that we're going to be super bullish, but if we break that 112, then I do see us hitting that inverted head and shoulder move to about 118, 117, around there. All right, guys, that's the breakdown. If this gave you clarity or a setup to watch, do me a favor, like, drop a comment, and subscribe. And if you have a stock or crypto you want me to go over, drop it in the comment section. This is Flex Candle, where we read the candles and flex the moves. Catch you on the next chart.